Not gonna lie, when it's summer in Las Vegas, our minds turn towards escape. And by escape, I mean somewhere cooler. A higher altitude is the answer, and that is less than an hour away from the Strip, Mount Charleston.
So get ready, because this adventure starts right now.
It's a sunny June Sunday, and the old F-150 family truckster is headed north on what used to be Highway 95, recently rebranded as Interstate 11. We're cruising through North Las Vegas to points unknown, or at least unknown to Paula. North Las Vegas just keeps spreading further and further north, and you know what? I remember when this exit was in the middle of the desert. But by now, I'm guessing you have a clue where we're headed, and that is up.
All right, my friends, I hate this angle of myself like this, but this was a spur of the moment leaving our house, and I got on the I-15 heading north, and then I decided, what the heck? We're in this area. Let's go up to Mount Charleston and see if we can't get some dinner or something like that. So we are definitely on the road going up to Mount Charleston, as you can see here in the camera. And this is all brand new. I'll be honest with you, this is all brand new. It's a lot of, there's actually stores back there, a lot of housing that's here now. So we're just going to take a quick little trip up here to Mount Charleston, maybe get a little bit of supper or something like that, and we'll take you guys along with us, if that's okay with you. If you do want to come, let's do it.
So hey, I know we were here last year, and I remember remarking at the time how much, I don't know, humanity is down here near the bottom of Kyle Canyon Road. It just kind of blows your mind.
Yeah, it's all kind of different to me. I tell you, pulling in just to go up here, I got a little confused because there was a lot more roads than there ever was before, and there was also like a convenience store on the left-hand side, and I never saw that before either. So this has all been changed within a year, right?
I wouldn't say a year. I think those buildings took longer, but in the last, let's say, 3 or 4 years, yeah. I would say.
All right, so that's all. Once we get up to the Hoodoos, we'll have Paula tell you all about them.
Kyle Canyon Road travels roughly 20 miles up from the highway interchange towards Mount Charleston. At nearly 12,000 feet in elevation, it's the tallest in Clark County. Mount Charleston is known as the Sky Island because of its high elevation and isolation from the drastically different lowlands behind us. As you ascend in elevation, you pass through several life zones.
As promised, we are approaching the Hoodoos. Where are we, Dale? We're coming up on 5,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
We are down to 85 degrees.
I wish the light was a little better. I think when we come back down the mountain, I'll do it again and you'll be able to see it. But you can see it here. They're on both sides of the road. And so what are these all about, Paula? Do you know?
They're just formations. I remember that we saw some really spectacular ones in Utah and also in Arizona when we went to Tombstone. The Chiricahua Mountains, I remember there are some amazing hoodoos down there. This is our little tiny version of them here on the road up to Mount Charleston.
Along this scenic byway, the elevation ranges from just over 4,000 feet to almost 8,000 at its upper end. In between, the natural landscape changes dramatically, from creosote and Joshua trees behind us to pinyon pines and juniper here around the halfway. And at the higher elevations, there will be ponderosa pines, white fir, aspen, and bristlecone pines.
So again, we're getting towards civilization, just over 6,000 feet. We just passed the Spring Mountain Visitors Gateway, which is already closed on a Sunday afternoon. And here we are approaching the retreat at Mount Charleston, or what we used to call Mount Charleston Hotel. Looks like Dale's pulling in. I think we're hungry.
We were last here in August 2025. And no matter how often we stop at this hotel, I am always amazed that it's here. What an escape from Las Vegas, barely 45 minutes away from the Strip. It sits at about 6,700 feet elevation, and the setting is spectacular in any season. The structure was built in 1984 and has changed hands and names a few times since. There are 64 rooms here, each with charming rustic details. If you've ever stayed here, let us know. All right, my friends, let's head in. Stone facades, eagles in flight, leather seating, wooden floors, and a fireplace. This place would be right at home in Montana, what do you think? We love the retro feel of the hotel front desk, especially those old-fashioned cubbies right behind it. There are plenty of chilly winter evenings for a crackling fire, and those ceiling beams are a thing of beauty. The lobby is home to a few antique treasures. Don't miss the vintage pinball machines. The cash register, and that really unique cowboy slot. Seriously, I sometimes can't wrap my head around all this being so close to Las Vegas. One more thing before we leave the main lobby. The retreat promotes itself as a wedding venue, and while we were there on Sunday, there happened to be a wedding just getting underway. Congratulations to the happy couple. Worth a mention, just off the lobby is a snack bar offering grab-and-go items, fresh-baked goodies, and coffee 24 hours a day. Beyond the lobby, the steps leading to the rooms. Now, this guy isn't very welcoming, I have to say. There's a glossy piano for guests to play. And that love tester. Now, I consider myself a fairly lovable kind of a guy. Let me see if I got a quarter.
All right, what are you?
Hot stuff.
You are hot stuff.
It's going so crazy right now. I can't even. Oh, it stopped on mild. I'm getting out of here.
How is this for a view? Not what you see in your typical hotel bar, is it? The bar itself is a gorgeous affair with glossy wood and stone inlays. What a beautiful spot for a cocktail. Did I hear someone mention dinner?
All right, we made it to the restaurant. And this was, like I said, this was a spur-of-the-moment thing. So we are going all out. Paula got the fish and chips. I'm getting steak frites, just like I got down on the Strip. Except they didn't have the hanger steak. We have to suffer through with the ribeye. What am I going to do? But we'll show you when it gets here.
You may recall that we had lunch here on the mountain last summer in this very room. The Canyon Restaurant is open to the public every day, has no dress code, and embodies that same wooden stone lodge vibe that characterizes the entire property. We are particular fans of this raised level, where every seat has a great view of the great outdoors.
Ladies and gents, I have to do a little rant. When I got in the truck this afternoon, I had no idea I was going to be on camera, so I didn't do my face, and I'm wearing a Mickey Mouse t-shirt at
The retreat at Charleston Peak. I'm a little underdressed. Whose fault is that, you ask? That guy behind the camera. He needs to clue me in.
Is she talking to me? Where was I? The Canyon Restaurant also has one of those beautifully crafted bars featuring carved wood and inlaid stone running along the whole wall. Make sure you look up from your seat because that ceiling is also a work of art.
So, she's a little mad at me, but wait till you see what she's getting to eat. This is amazing. I got this medium rare. It's actually a ribeye. We got the truffle fries. I got this beautiful huge steak, which I could probably feed. Yeah, take a picture of it. I could probably feed 3 or 4 people that are in here. It has chimichurri stuff on top. I'm going to give it a try. Okay. This is my second steak frites. First one I got, no, this is my third one. This one is really, really good. It's a total different because it's a ribeye. It's not that other steak that she was talking about. It's absolutely delicious, cooked to perfection. French fries with the truffle stuff on top. Superb. Let's see what Paula got. Wait till you see what Paula got.
All right, you guys, I call this a chippy. In the famous words of our favorite Scottish YouTuber, Steve Marsh, he loves to get a chippy, and that's what this is. Can you believe this plate of food? Plus, they said on Friday, it's all you can eat fish fry, fresh breaded haddock, made for you, plus fries, plus they make their own tartar sauce. Oh my gosh, it's heaven. First of all, the breading. Did you hear that crunch? Oh my gosh, I love the tartar sauce. Plus I have homemade coleslaw. It is heaven. I love it. I want you to know we never get dessert except for you. Other than that, never. We try to be good. But look at this. It is called caramel turtle cheesecake. It's got the nuts and the caramel, which makes it turtle. And then for good measure, they just threw in a bunch of chocolate besides. I don't even want to put my fork in it. It's so beautiful. I made Dale take a bunch of pictures of it first. All right, let's do the taste test. We do have 2 forks. We're going to share it. The cheesecake all by itself is incredibly creamy, really creamy, melts in your mouth, graham cracker crust. The caramel is out of this world. Oh my gosh, out of this world. Come on, Dale, have some.
I actually wasn't going to have any of this, and I'm not really a dessert kind of a guy, but I took one bite of this after she did. This is unbelievable. I've never had cheesecake this creamy in my life, and it's I'm speechless. And let me also say, the steak that I had with the chimichurri sauce and the fries and everything, outstanding. And I actually tried Paula's fish. It was great too. So far, and our waitress is she's just a delight. So far, everything is absolutely perfect for a spontaneous thing that Paula got mad at me. She's not mad anymore though, is she? Let me get one more of this. Terrific.
The food in there was terrific, and we have an interesting follow-up in the outro, so stay tuned. Meanwhile, let's go around to the backyard. And this breathtaking view of mountain ridges. This is all part of the Mount Charleston Wilderness, jointly managed by the U.S. Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management. In total, it encompasses more than 56,000 acres, with Charleston Peak in the middle. Now here's a closer look at that wedding setup on the back terrace. What a spectacular place to tie the knot. Imagine the wedding photos. Back in the truck, let's start heading a little further up. That turnoff takes you to the local ski resort at Lee Canyon. Note how the vegetation is changing here. The mean high temperature at this elevation is about 20 degrees cooler than Las Vegas. Now here's another fun fact. This Sky Island is home to more than 25 species of plants and animals not found anywhere else in the world. On the lower ridges of Mount Charleston are 18,000 acres of bristlecone pines. This is the largest stand of those ancient trees in the Intermountain West. Who knew? Even I'm learning something new here in Las Vegas Inside and Out. Nearing the end of the paved road, we are driving through the small town of Mount Charleston. We want to check on the progress of the rebuilding of that beloved landmark here, the Mount Charleston Lodge.
You see those black bars that are there? That's when it snows. That tells you how high the snow is.
Where the road is.
And if it's above that, you're in trouble.
So, when I said the end of the road, I meant it literally. This is the site of the Mount Charleston Lodge, originally built in 1948 and destroyed by fire in 2021. It's owned by the Ellis family. Just think Ellis Island Casino. And finally, my friends, 5 years after it was destroyed, construction is underway. The family says it's being rebuilt with intention, honoring its history, aka the iconic A-frame, while creating a renewed space for mountain hospitality. This is one grand opening I can't wait to see. In our visit last year, we talked a bit about the town. It's known as Vacation Village for wealthy Las Vegas residents. And isn't that hillside of homes pretty spectacular? Each one of them had to at least start at $1 million.
Alrighty guys, we are almost down to the bottom. Oh my gosh, it got warm. How great was that trip up the mountain? Lucky for Dale, his spontaneous idea worked out really well, right Dale?
Absolutely.
You have another idea? I think you do.
I think that it will be kind of cool if we did a comparison to what we saw up there on the mountain and drove the strip.
I love that idea. Do a comparison of Mother Nature's majesty versus man-made wonders. I'm gonna snap my fingers and we'll be there.
And here we are. Since we're talking construction projects, we'll start here at the Trop Corner, the site of the A's baseball team. We heard recently that there were more than 500 craftsmen working on this build, and here's what it looks like as of this week. You've all seen the renders, of course. It's taking shape rapidly, and we're definitely going to be ready for the 2028 season. Okay, get this. We have just passed the Tropicana Corner and the MGM Grand, and already that big blue guitar is dominating the view in front of us. The further north you go, the bigger it gets. 660 feet tall, 600 hotel rooms, and it's due to open barely a year and a half from now in late 2027. I've said it before, and the more blue glass they add to that thing, I'll keep saying it. The Hard Rock is literally changing the face of the Las Vegas Strip.
All right, you guys, I do know when we do outros, so I put my face on and I at least put on a button-down shirt. Yay!
I tell you what, it was kind of exciting to take that little trip with her because she had no idea what was going on. And man, was she mad at me when we got there. She goes, I'm in a t-shirt and I don't have no makeup on. Well, guess what? You saw us at our raw worst because I didn't have nothing on, makeup on her either. So there.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, at least Mount Charleston is always dressed beautifully, is it not?
Yeah. Now, I got to tell you the rest of the story on that dinner. It was terrific. But we were in the middle of our dinner. We were just having a little bit of dessert. The waitress comes up to us, and what happens?
Well, first, it was a waitress who was not waiting on us.
Right, yeah.
A different waitress who came up to us and said, you were here last year, you were sitting down there, you ordered the flatbread. Like, she knew everything.
She knew everything, yeah.
And she said, you have no idea how many people came in after that and ordered the same thing you did, and you really helped us out during our slow season. We were thrilled.
And then a little bit later on, the manager comes
wait,
up.
our own waitress came back.
Our own waitress came
who
back.
Didn't see the other one, and she kind of repeated and said the same thing.
And then the manager came up.
Then the manager came up.
So this is a plus for you guys out there because you took advantage of one of our suggestions to go, and you went to that place, and it turned out fantastic. And I'll tell you what, I recommend you go back again this summer because it is slow up there because it's, there's no skiing or anything, not in the summer. And they do on Fridays have a fish fry.
So the one thing both our server and the manager said they really want to promote is that really excellent fish fry. The manager, he was a peach. He said he got the recipe for the coating from a famous chef in Maine.
Yeah.
And he said when he saw how that guy did it, he said, I have to take that to Nevada and do it the same way. I can't tell you how great that fish fry was, and the coleslaw was so fresh. I feel like they made it for me.
I tried Paula's fish. It was mouth-watering. I'm not kidding you. It just melted in your mouth. The coating was just perfect. And that dessert, never in my life. Paula makes cheesecakes. She makes excellent cheesecake. I never had a cheesecake that good in my life.
That was an awesome piece of cheesecake, and I would go back up the mountain for just the cheesecake.
So, if those of you who are coming into Las Vegas, or those of you who live here in town, check them out. Go up there on a Friday or any day. They're open every single day.
Lunch, dinner. They're open all the time.
Dinner.
Yeah.
My state freaks, not freaks. What was it?
Freaks.
Freaks. State freaks. My state freaks were just absolutely fantastic. Right?
Right.
Okay. Just this last week, we had a little contest. Now, those of you who are not subscribed to our, or you are subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Thank you.
If you're not subscribed to our Facebook page and our Instagram page, we had a little contest, and we gave away two of these. These are
lucky winners.
Yeah, two lucky winners. These are custom-made hats that I had made, and if you're not subscribed, you wouldn't have a chance to get these. There's only 5 of these in the world. I have one. We gave 2 away. I don't know what I'm going to do with the next 2, but you never know. There may be a contest on here, or there may be a contest on one of those 2 channels, right?
Plus, we always do little teasers, like we went to Bellagio this week and showed a little bit of the teardown and the setup of the new summer theme. So there's always fun stuff on our Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, and we also have a website, which each one of us has our own separate page on there, and then we have a page for Las Vegas Inside and Out. Paula talks about her crafts, her food, and stuff like that. Mine is all about music. It's got me singing some old songs and stuff like that. Tells a little bit of the history of my music. So if you're not subscribed to our website, why don't you do that too, right?
No subscribing necessary. DaleMcKenzie.com. Just give it a visit.
All right. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Anything else you want to tell these nice people, Miss Paula? I'm out of breath.
You are. I have a fun little story about being a vlogger in the desert. Initially, we had Dale's phone in a holder in the windshield of the truck as we were driving up, and it was doing beautiful work. However, 10 minutes in, it shut down. It said iPhone is too hot. You have to cool it down before you can use it again. Luckily, we always have another camera in our purse, so you might notice that about halfway up, we started using actually our DJI Osmo Pocket, which wasn't in a holder. I was just holding it manually, but you always have to be prepared when it's hot because the cameras do shut down on you.
All right. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. One take, Dale and Paula.
Fist bump.
All right.